Welcome to the hunt.
Good morning, HuntCast fans. It is the 4th of September. We're back to another morning session. It's cold outside.
Wow. Relatively speaking. 52 degrees.
I think it's cold outside.
Yeah, no, you got out of the truck with your hood on.
I know. I had the window open on the way over. But so yeah, we got some cool temps finally rolling in. Seasons are just about around the corner. But here in PA, and I think probably in New York, some seasons have already started.
Yeah. So
we're going to jump into that real quick. So here in Pennsylvania on the 2nd, so actually 2 days ago, our goose and dove seasons rolled in. And for you goose hunters, and I used to hunt geese a lot, they've made some changes in the last couple of years. So September 2nd through the 25th, so basically almost the entire month of September, you have an 8-goose daily bag limit. And I saw some pictures and videos, guys crushing, 5 or 6 guys, there's 50 geese laying on the ground. So a lot of opportunity right now. I like to think this time of year is when, the geese are still a little stupid. They don't know what decoys look like from last year. So they'll land, or at least attempt to land. So you have a really good shot this early season if you get some good goose fields. And then you've got 3 more seasons starting in October 26th through November 29th, December 16th through January 18th, and then January 31st through February 22nd. And you have a 5 goose daily limit on those 3 seasons. And then again, obviously, as you get into that winter season, the geese are smarter. They're not going to just come into a decoy spread. Yeah. So if you're out enjoying the goose fields or on the water enjoying some goose hunting, man, put them on the X and drop them. That's the way we used to call it. So, and then doves, we have started on September 22nd, to September 22nd. September 2nd goes through November 29th, and then you have another season, December 21st through January 4th, and that's a 15 daily limit. Have you ever hunted doves?
No.
So in PA, they actually do like a lot of work, different game lands, putting in dove fields. And we hunted one a couple of years ago. Keith and his brother went with me, and I forget, we were going towards Luzerne County somewhere.
Yeah.
But man, what a field they had together. Big sunflower field. And it was a fun hunt.
Yeah, so. I can't. Anything that flies, I can't shoot. I am the absolute worst shooter of anything that flies, or I can kill a turkey with a shotgun, but anything else, it's embarrassing. I can't hit anything. So
I can't wait. We're taking Doug sporting clay.
Oh God, it's bad. Terrible. Now you put a set of antlers on a dove and I'll kill it every time, but I just cannot hit a bird for anything.
Nice.
Embarrassing.
Nice.
So
we're gonna have to go down to Lehigh Valley Sporting Clays and do a little sporting clay shoot.
Yeah.
I'll take my single shot and make you feel better.
Yeah. Okay. You won't make me feel better.
No, I won't.
No.
I was just giving you the benefit of the doubt. Man, I only have one shot.
Yeah.
But so that's what we got there for PA seasons. Obviously, archery season opener is 29 days, 31 days.
No. 30 days would be
tomorrow.
The 4th. October 4th. It's on the 3rd, isn't it?
5th.
It's the 5th, yeah, so it's 31 days.
31 days today. Yeah. So deer moving. Lots of pictures coming in from all over the place.
Have you noticed, I know on my cameras I've noticed the Bachelor groups are kind of breaking up a little bit.
Yep. We had the one buck that we had, the big buck that we had on camera a couple of weeks ago. He was with 2 smaller bucks, and I've seen both smaller bucks now singly.
Yeah.
And I just got that big guy yesterday going into one of the mock scrapes.
By himself.
So, yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm finding.
Yep.
2 weeks ago, all the bucks were together. If you saw one, you saw 4.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's kind of one at a time.
Yeah. And like the mock scrapes our mock scrapes anyway, I've got dough in there every day, peeing in it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, me too.
that's what you want.
Yep.
The doughs are there, the bucks will come.
Yep.
So
Just a matter of time.
that's it. And then obviously if you put mineral or anything out in the state of Pennsylvania, you have until tomorrow to get it picked up.
Right. If you're going to hunt opening day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, technically the rule states 30 days before the season.
Okay.
So you have until tomorrow.
Yeah.
Get the shovels out, whatever you need. But, especially mineral, because unfortunately, we've talked about it before, but mineral will go into the ground. It will seep. And if they come out and check the soil for some reason, you will be in some heat.
So let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are not hunting,
Mm-hmm.
you can't put anything out. If you're just, you're a tree hugger, you don't hunt, you just want to see, deer in the backyard. If you're not hunting that property, can you do it?
That I don't know.
I would assume you could.
I would assume you could, because I know, like, obviously bird feeders, like, I have a deer that goes in my bird feeder every night.
Yeah.
So
Same thing like bears, they go into the bird feeders and everything else. So if you're not hunting it, I assume you can do it.
That would be something we would have to get a game commission on. But
because like with me, I won't, opening day is, October, 5th, you said.
Mm-hmm.
I won't touch my stand until the 3rd week of October.
Right.
I don't hunt at all. So, theoretically, I guess I could continue to, if I put out minerals or things like that, I'm assuming I could do that for another couple of weeks without an issue.
No. So if you're hunting over it, it has to be 30 days prior to the season. It has to be off the ground, regardless.
Okay.
Whether you hunt opening day or you don't hunt until December 1st.
So if it's a hunting property.
Yeah.
Okay.
That I know for sure, because that's in the book.
Okay.
But so that's like, if you put out mineral, that's why we suggest putting it in like a feeding trough.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seep into the ground and you don't have to dig up stuff.
Yeah. I've seen guys dig a hole, put a tarp in there, and then just this way you just kind of fold the tarp up, pull it out, and it's all gone.
Yeah. So
okay.
But yeah, so that's PA. So we got that out of the way.
Yep.
This weekend, well, actually, let's start with last weekend. So last weekend, I went out to Camp Freedom.
Yep.
Did their summer salute event. And it was the first time I was ever at the event. There was a lot of people there.
Was there?
Like
good.
A lot. Like there was probably, I'm going to guess 500 people there.
Oh, good. Okay.
For a 1-day deal.
Yeah.
But they had probably 20 vendors.
Okay.
Us included. So we were there.
Any like national vendors? Any,
Lancer Systems.
Okay.
So they make rifles, AR style and sniper style rifles.
Yep. Yeah, I've heard of them.
They're actually sponsoring the range.
Okay.
At Camp Freedom.
Okay.
So you saw it. I think we walked over to it, right?
Yeah.
The range.
Yep.
So there's been a lot of work done since you and I were there.
Okay.
They now have it cleared and 100% ready out to a mile.
Wow.
So Lancer is a big sponsor of that. So there's going to be like Lancer days where people can go up and try out different Lancer firearms.
Okay.
I met Rich from Lancer. He's a nice guy. He's actually a local guy. And him, his daughter, and his wife will be coming down in the shop here soon. He's a bow hunter.
Okay.
His wife wants to get into shooting, and his daughter just got a bow. So,
all right, good.
Also made a new acquaintance, Matt Shadak, and if I apologize if I pronounce that incorrectly. He actually owns a bird farm, like a pheasant preserve.
Yeah.
Up in Lawton, which is where it's a half mile actually from where the Gunapalooza will be for Mule Deer Foundation.
Okay.
So we're going to talk to him. We'll probably have him on the podcast here soon. Their season opens up in a couple of weeks as a preserve. Super nice guy. Showed me a video of the property. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Huge sorghum fields and got a trout stream that runs right through it.
Nice.
And his rates are not very crazy.
Okay.
I've seen some preserves where it's like, just to kill a couple birds.
Yeah.
And then they also have like a mountaintop cabin that you can rent. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it worked out good for myself and him because we were there obviously on behalf of the shop and he bought a Raven from me while we were there.
Oh, nice.
So he took it home with him.
Cool.
And which reminds me, Matt, I have to put your book in the mail today if you're listening. Because I, for whatever reason, didn't put the owner's manual in the case.
Yeah.
So, but it was really cool. So the deuce, I think, did I tell you what happened with the 2.5 that
no
we helped him out with a little bit?
No.
So Maria and I went up a couple weeks ago. I had to drop something off for Matt, and we were coming through, and Jamie took us on a tour because Maria had never been up there. We got into the one garage, and they had a big deuce and a half, a 6x6, 2.5 ton.
Yep.
And it was parked where they do their butchering for the vets that come up there for hunts.
Okay.
And they were having trouble. They couldn't get the front wheel off because 2 of the lug nuts were seized.
Okay.
So I said, well, hey, I know where I can get some parts for that. So I bought lug nuts and studs for them and sent them up there. So they got it running. They sent me a video like the day after I got them the lug nuts.
Okay.
Running. And I'm like, sweet.
Yeah.
So they actually had it ready to do tours of the property during the summer salute. And so they got the first load of people. I helped load them up.
Yeah.
Because where they were loading was right in front of our tent.
Okay.
So they went out on the first tour. Everybody was excited. They're riding in a deuce. They had like 15 or 20 people in the back of it. And they got back and it stalled out.
Oh, boy.
So we're going to try to help them out. We think we know what the problem is.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to get some parts again and get it back running. So, but yeah, and the kids fishing derby, there was a food pantry there.
Yeah.
School supplies for kids.
Okay.
Everything was free.
Oh, okay.
Greenlee's barbecue, which the brisket.
Yep.
I've had a lot of brisket in a lot of places. This was good brisket. So they're actually going to be doing an event in October, and we might go up to their event up on their farm.
Okay.
So we'll see how that plays out schedule-wise.
Yeah. Was there a 3D shoot?
So the 3D course was open. There was nobody shooting.
Okay.
So that's open daily, basically, for all of their, guests.
Yeah.
And then they had a whole bunch of basket raffles. They had a gun raffle. They had a fishing trip raffle. So they got a boat donated to them, a drift boat. So they've been taking people out on the Delaware and on the Susquehanna.
Yeah.
So it was really cool. It was just, I didn't know what to expect, but it was pretty darn awesome.
Yeah. Well, most of everything that they do is, so.
Yeah. So we'll be doing a lot more with them, and we'll probably have Jamie on. I don't know if Matt does the podcast or not. Jamie, who's his second in command, is usually the voice. I told him he was on the radio a couple of weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago, and I said, man, you have a face for radio. He started laughing. Kind of like we have a face for podcasting.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so that was the summer salute. So that was this past weekend. They do have a golf tournament coming up this Sunday. It's this Sunday, the 9th. It's the 9/11 Never Forget tournament. So that's going to be at the Woodlock. So if you're a golfer and you're listening, reach out to Camp Freedom and get a team set up. The course that you're having, that's super nice. But I'm sure they're going to have all kinds of stuff to raffle off and whatnot. But so then this coming weekend, we're going to be busy.
Yeah.
So
Sunday and Monday.
Yeah. What's Monday?
Monday is
beer for you.
Yeah. Deer for fish.
Yeah. Confused me for a minute. But you and Glenn will be busy shooting.
Yes.
On Sunday, and I'll be busy manning the tent.
Yep.
But we will be down at High Mountain Archery. You've heard us talk about them a few times. So it's this Sunday, September the 8th. Starts at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's their Outdoorsman Day, or Outdoor Fest. And Doug and Glenn will be shooting in the 2-man scramble tournament.
Yeah.
And there's a couple other folks going down. Some of the kids are going down and whatnot. So the shoot, for you guys to understand this, so the event itself is open to the public. And if you don't want to shoot in the scramble, you can shoot the 3D course or the indoor targets for free that day. There's no charge. So they have a huge 30 target outdoor 3D course, which is a great course.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And what I like about it is it's a course. It's not a walk back, shoot, turn around, come back, shoot, turn around, come back. You're following yourself all the way through the woods. Some of the shots are really cool. My favorite is probably the raccoon, or sometimes it's a lynx up on the teeter-totter platform up in the air.
Yep. And they change things up. So.
Yeah, and they do. They change stuff all the time. So you have, let's see, if not shooting the 2-man scramble, you can shoot the 3D range or indoor range for free. They'll have some food vendors. They got funnel cakes and deep fried Oreos. It's right up your alley.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
If I can eat them, I will eat them because that sounds really good. Fried Nutter Butters. I've never had a fried Nutter Butter before. I might have to try that.
I'll be in the hospital because I'm allergic to peanuts, so that's not happening.
Nice. So hamburgers, hot dogs, cheesesteaks, wings, chicken fingers, brisket sandwiches. Oh, I'm in trouble.
Yep.
Brisket fan. And then, of course, we'll be there as the archery shop. We do a lot with those guys. They help support our shoots, so it was just as good to go down and support their stuff.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun day. I didn't look at the weather. Did you look at the weather?
I did not that far. I know that it's going to rain Friday, Saturday. Sunday, I don't know yet.
Sunday looks good.
Yeah.
64 degrees, 15% chance of rain.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll be all right.
Yeah, good.
And now it looks like it's not going to rain on Friday, just on Saturday.
Okay.
So if you're shooting, bring your boots because it will get a little wet out there.
Yeah.
And a couple of the shots are, I'm assuming it'll be a little muddy. But yeah, so Dennis and John and all those guys down at High Mountain, they run an awesome club.
Yeah.
And even if it's a little far away from where you live, it's definitely worth the membership.
Yeah.
I can never remember how much it is. I want to say it's like $45.
Yeah, it's cheap.
For the year. That's for the year.
Right.
And you get a key or a code to the indoor range. So you want to go shoot at 3 a.m. because you can't sleep, you can. And then it's like $5 to shoot the 3D course as a member.
Yeah.
But they always have stuff going on. They have like a beginning of the year deal where they have a bunch of basket raffles and stuff like that. So great club to support. So this will be a fun Sunday. Maybe I'll try to find somebody to shoot with, and I'll make Doug or Glenn watch the booth when they're done. But we shall see.
Okay.
So what bow are you taking?
I'll shoot the prime.
The prime?
Yeah.
It's Glenn. I don't know what bow he's going to shoot, but hopefully it's his hunting bow.
I would hope so.
The 9 billion arrows he has for it, though.
He's got to shoot his hunting bow.
Yeah, well, he was all nervous yesterday. He was in a panic.
I know. So, I spoke to him a few days ago, and he was a little disheveled.
So, yeah, Glenn, you will get to hear from Glenn. Somehow, if I have to tie him to my truck to get him here, he will be on air before he leaves for his elk hunt in Colorado.
Yeah.
He's sweating it big time. He's shooting every day, and I think he's shooting it too much now, and it's getting to him because he's not hitting where he wants to hit at certain yardages.
Yeah.
And so it's driving up a wall. He sent me a video last night. Somebody filmed the elk was like walking through the bushes and like basically sniffed the guy's sleeve.
That was me.
Oh, you sent it to him?
Well, no, I posted it.
Oh, okay. So then he sent it to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he sent it to me.
Crazy.
And I said, well, if you miss it that close, okay, you have some other problems.
Well, yeah. And that hunter in that video could have punched him in the nose.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yep. He was super close.
Yeah. So, yeah, I posted that yesterday. It's crazy. It gets me, September just gets me all wound up, and I'm not going anywhere this year, so it's kind of depressing.
Yep.
In fact, I text Keith out in Montana a couple days ago. They're like knee deep in scouting right now. So I texted him. I said, how's my alfalfa field looking? And he didn't respond. He just sent a picture.
Right.
And in that picture, I'll show it to you. There's probably 120 elk out in that alfalfa in front of the blind. And it just got me so depressed. I've been in a funk. Like this time last year, I was just on point. Everything was I had my routine down. I was shooting every single day. And this year, I'm not in a routine, and I haven't shot my bow nearly as much as I should have this summer. And I think it's just because I have nothing planned. I'm not going anywhere this year. So I'm kind of in a funk, So
I don't know, but how did that feel when you hit the table there?
What's that?
Just now when you hit the table, did that hurt?
No, barely touched it.
Okay.
It's so damn sensitive. It sounds like I just pounded it, but no, I just...
That's why I was like waiting for his finger to come up like broken.
I say that it sounds like I'm punching it, but
Doug talks with his hands a lot, so
that's the Italian in me.
Yeah. but yeah, so Glenn, I think Glenn is just getting in his head down and he's freaking out a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Like this time, like when it's crunch time like this, and you're right down to the wire, I always find it better to not go out and shoot 30, 40, 50 hours.
Right.
Go out, shoot one.
Yeah, one or two.
That's all it takes because you're only shooting one.
Mm-hmm.
If your first one is good, and that's it. That's all it takes right now.
Because I think that's what's causing part of his issue is he's shooting at 20, then he's going to 30, then he's going to 40, then to 50, and he's not shooting one at those distance. He's shooting 5 or 6 or 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
So by the time you get to 50, you're tired.
Absolutely.
You're shooting a 70-pound bow.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna make that clean shot every time.
Yeah.
And that's what's driving him nuts.
Yeah.
The broadhead ordeal, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure where it's coming from. If it's just as he's getting tired, he's trying to shoot a broadhead and it's not ending well.
No, well, and everything is magnified with a broadhead. So, and he's shooting fixed blade.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll see. I tried to calm him down when I spoke to him a couple days ago. So, but yeah, I think right now he should be focusing on 1 or 2 shots.
Yeah.
Don't shoot 30, 40 because you're not going to shoot 30 or 40 at an elk.
No.
So if make one count. You got one shot, and that's how you should be practicing at this point. Maybe one at each distance.
Yeah, but that's 20, 30, 40, 50, you're only 4 or 5 shots in. You're not smoked by the time you hit 50 after shooting 10 every range.
And what I do is
go backwards.
Oh yeah, I'll start at my furthest distance because that should be you're going to be fresh. That's going to be your steadiest shot.
Yeah.
So shoot at 60, and then kind of work your way in.
Right.
But yeah, it's a mental game too. So
for sure.
His head is spinning right now. So
and this is his first time ever, going on a trip like this.
Yeah.
So he's got a lot going on.
Yeah. So he'll be okay. He'll figure it out.
We'll get him on. He leaves. I was just looking at the date. So he leaves in 17 days.
Yeah.
The 21st he's leaving, right?
No, it's later than that. Yeah, something like that.
24th.
Yeah.
So 20 days.
Did he decide he's driving or is he flying?
No, he's flying.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's going by himself. So
he is, and he just couldn't take the time.
Well, that's just
a
it.
day ahead and then a day after.
It's more than that. I mean, I'm not sure how far it is where he's going, but I know
northwestern Craig area.
So it's probably 20, 25 hours, something like that. I would imagine.
Yeah,
I know.
That's the hard part for me when people say it's too far to drive, and I drove to Arizona in 42 hours.
Well, but that's insane. That's insane. You can't do that and get out the next day and hunt all day. It's
leave a day early, give yourself a day of rest, but
it's tough. I know it's 30 hours to Montana,
right?
And if I drove, I would do it in 3 days. I do 3 10-hour days.
Mm-hmm.
But that adds, that's 6 days to your trip. Oh, yeah. So you're hunting for a week and another week for travel.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 weeks. So, especially by yourself, it's tough. If you had another guy, you could rotate.
Right.
Now you could probably cut it in half and you could do it in, day and a half or 2 days.
And I think the biggest thing for me, especially in his situation where this is his first time ever going on a hunt like this, is that bow needs to be wrapped in gold with bubble wrap and everything else, because when it comes out at the other end and the sight's dangling off of it, it is not fun.
What case is he using?
I honestly don't know. I offered him my SKB.
Okay.
I don't remember. I think he's actually using his son's Elevation Jetstream, which is a travel case, but it's a travel case meant for a target bow.
Okay.
But I think he's stuffing all of his clothes into it.
Yeah.
So
that's what I've done in the past too.
Hopefully add some protection to it.
Yeah. I've never had a problem with my bow ever getting to destination.
Because it's getting checked and all this other stuff, and, most people at most airports understand, there's either a firearm or a bow in there.
Yeah.
They treat it with a tiny, tiny bit more respect.
Yeah. But, the last time that I went with Brian, and I know he's listening, we were standing there at the window of the airport, and our plane was in, at the
tunnel.
Yeah. And here comes the luggage, and they're unloading it. And Brian, he was a mess. He was dying, watching his stuff. And this guy, here come our bows. The guy picks it up and throws it like it was, like it was a rag doll.
Uh-huh.
And if you could have seen his face, like, my God, that was my bow. and the guy just launched it. And so they don't always, treat it.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
But listen, if you pack it properly, it doesn't matter.
Right. And that's, so like, if I'm going somewhere like that, it's, a hard case, lots of padding, straps, all this stuff so the bow doesn't move.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because my SKB, unlike your SKB, mine's an open compartment. It's not like cut for the bow.
Right.
So it's cut, but it's big enough where the bow doesn't, like, you can barely squeeze it in there.
Yeah.
So that leaves me some room to put like a couple jackets in there, around it for some extra padding. And
yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. But no, we'll get him on here, and it's got to be either next week or like right before he leaves, because we have our special guest, Evan, on the 15th from Rio.
Yeah.
So, but speaking of elk hunts, this drove me nuts, and this will be a little different for you because I didn't even tell Doug what we were talking about. I like doing that to him. So I've been watching all these guys, talking on Facebook and these different groups, they're going on a hunt and they're in the backcountry, and they talk about food a lot. And, similar to when we go backpacking or whatever, you're trying to be as light as possible, but as ready as possible.
Yeah.
But all these guys ask this question about food and, what should I take? And this is this and this and this and this. And I finally replied to one of them the other day because he had like a whole list of stuff. And I was like, dude, it's like kind of everybody's going to be different. So there's no one that can answer the question on, oh yeah, that's the perfect meal plan for you being in the backcountry for 5 days, 10 days, whatever it's going to be. Because, for instance, if you and I were in the backcountry, you need different stuff than I do,
right,
to make your body work while you're out there.
No doubt. Yeah.
And it all comes down to, are you base camping and like walking in every day, or are you have a kind of like a main area, but you're going to hike and, okay, it's getting late, I'm just going to spike camp it right here.
Right. So
it really depends on the situation and the hunter. So, Doug and I have kind of made like, I don't want to call it a bet, but trying to get to a certain weight by the time the season rolls around.
Yeah.
And obviously you're trying to lose weight, I'm trying to gain weight. But at the same time, if we were in the backcountry, I need to be able to get my body to run, and my metabolism is different than your metabolism.
Right.
So you really have to look at it as,
you need twice the calories that I need.
Right.
Probably.
Yep. So I literally put that in there. So like if I'm backpacking, out hunting, whatever, in the backcountry, I need 38 to 4,200 calories a day.
Yeah.
For my body to work the right way.
Yeah.
And then obviously everybody thinks about energy, and as I sit here and drink a Red Bull, and Doug has probably Ignite in his shaker bottle.
I do, yeah.
So Ignite, unlike a Red Bull, doesn't have super high amounts of caffeine or regular sugars. It's an organic compound, mixture of things. So it gives you energy without a crash, where if I went and drank Red Bull while I was hiking, I'd be dubbed. Because it's gonna, it's gonna give me that crash at the end of the day, or, how many hours after I drank it. The other big thing, and my wife makes fun of me for this all the time, is how much caffeine that I drink, because I don't drink coffee. I drink Red Bull in the mornings, and then I go to an Ignite or something, throughout the day. How much makes you pee? Caffeine makes you have to pee.
Yeah.
Basically goes right through your system.
Yeah.
So like we just went somewhere the other day and I peed before we left.
Yeah.
We got there 45 minutes later and I had to pee again.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? How do you have to pee? I'm like, honey, I just drank a Red Bull right before we left the house after I peed.
Yeah.
So it's, we drove 45 minutes and there you go. I had to come out again.
Yeah.
So what do you think your calorie intake would need to be?
Well, just every day, just a daily base, because I track everything my macros every day. So a typical day for me is 1,700 calories.
Okay.
If I were hiking like that, I'd have to be probably 2,500.
Okay.
I'm guessing. I'd probably jump it up, 600 or 700 calories, I'm guessing.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be my guess.
Yeah. And so that's the huge difference. There's, we couldn't even pack the same amount of meal or the same meals
Yeah.
and have it work out in the backcountry, because what he's intaking and what I need to intake, I need a full breakfast. I need a full, decent, snackable lunch. So if I'm hiking, I need high protein. I need, something that's got a bunch of calories in it during lunch. And that might not always mean a meal. So, snack sticks, protein bars, granola bars.
Yeah.
Just while I'm walking. And then I need a full dinner with probably, another form of a protein bar or something with dinner.
Yeah.
And then depending on what I'm drinking, because obviously water is not going to just do it for you.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of guys forget, all I drank was water. Well, that's why you lost 25 pounds and you felt you were going to die. So as you're burning those calories and fat and everything else, you need to have an electrolyte mix. You need to have, some sort of energy mix.
Yeah.
And then something along the lines that almost like a protein shake to drinks. So like Mountain Ops, we both use Mountain Ops quite a bit.
Yep.
So they have the electrolytes that you don't need water. It does taste like crap, but you don't need water. They have the new Hydrate, which is awesome. So I drink that a lot during the day, and that comes in 3 or 4 flavors. The Ignite, which Doug is drinking right now, and that comes in a crap ton of flavors. Yeah. Now, like I said, for me in the morning, it's been God only knows how long for me drinking Red Bull like for breakfast.
Yeah.
So the Ignite, I can't do that every day. Just won't cut it.
Yeah.
So I drink my Red Bulls, and then I might have one midday, but then it's usually
Pepsi.
And that's the hard part. Like that's like during when I'm at the shop or we're out filming something or we're at a show, it's really hard for me to drink that stuff.
Yeah.
It just is, because it's those things just feel like part of my daily everyday deal.
Yeah.
Where when I'm out, backpacking, hunting, I don't ever have soda with me. I don't have a Red Bull with me. It's, some sort of drink mix. And the Hydrate's been my kicker right now because they have a mango peach flavor that's really good.
Yeah.
And it does quench your thirst. So you're not thirsty. You're actually hydrating your body, and you're not like, oh man, I need something else. I need something.
Yeah.
So obviously, water is a thing, and you can keep that in like your bladder, your hydration bladder in your pack, because you're not taking it in and out. But if you have an Nalgene bottle or what the heck is they're based out of Idaho, I think. So there's a company that actually made a straw that connects to an Nalgene bottle.
Okay.
That's like super long, so you can leave your Nalgene bottle in the backpack,
right,
like in the bottle pouch, and run this hydration tube up.
Okay. So
now that's where you want to keep your mixes, and then obviously depending on if you need water for cooking, in another bottle, and that's usually the way I do it is I have a cooking bottle that's just for cooking, and then I have my bladder in my pack, and then a couple of Nalgene bottles filled with whatever I'm drinking that day, and then obviously a filter if you need to replenish water, which you're out on the mountain,
which is a lot. Water's what, 8 pounds a gallon. So all of a sudden you might it's a lot of weight that you're climbing mountains with. So a lot goes into it, and then
the key for the filter, so you don't have to carry all the water.
So but you've got to find water,
right?
So which is not always easy.
Nope.
So. And then, you're carrying all this crap in. Now, you shoot something, you have to get all that crap out.
More crap out.
Yeah. You carry all your crap that you carried in out, plus, 400 pounds of meat.
Yep.
So, it's a lot goes into it.
And that's that post that I made to that person the other day. I said, that's the key is you not only need okay, your food in the morning, your food while you're hiking or whatever. But now you shoot something.
Yeah.
Now you got to pack this freaking animal out. You've been walking for 5 hours.
Yeah.
You shoot the, moose, elk, mule deer, whatever it is.
Yep.
You got to get it out.
Yep.
So what I told them is so everybody has a kill kit when they're, out in the wilderness and you kill something. You've got your gutting knife, your gloves, your whatever you need to get that to go as smooth as possible.
Yeah.
So like my kill kit is my ground tarp so that I can throw my meat on. It's not collecting all kinds of crap when I'm,
yep,
quartering it up. But I keep a kill meal with my kill kit.
Okay.
So Mountain Ops unfortunately doesn't do this yet, and I really wish they would. But Wilderness Athlete makes a pack out bar.
Okay.
So it's like super high energy bar.
Okay.
With some protein and stuff. And then
probably a lot of carbs.
Yeah, exactly. So you want that stuff. Like, okay, yeah, I quartered everything up. I'm going to eat this now.
Yeah.
Because I've got a 4-mile walk back to wherever I camp.
Yep.
With a whole lot of weight.
Yeah.
So the high carb, the high energy is going to give you the ability to do that without burning all your excess fat and whatnot that you had prior getting there.
Yeah.
So that might, mine, I think I figured it out the other day. So on top of my 48 or 4,200, it takes me to 4,800 calories for that day if I eat that meal. So it's another 600 calories.
Yeah.
In, that little quick period of time.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah.
And then obviously your goal is, again, keeping the weight down on your food.
Yeah.
And you should be able to technically put each day's meals, if you do it the right way, just for picture purpose, inside of a gallon Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
So breakfast, lunch, dinner, and anything extra all in one bag.
Yeah.
For each day. So if you're there 5 days, you have 5 Ziploc bags.
Yeah. So
the key, again, is you have to figure out what you need. What does your body burn up?
Yeah.
Just go on a 3-hour hike somewhere.
Yeah.
And figure out, Doug wears a Garmin, I wear a Garmin, Glenn wears a Garmin. It will track your calories burned.
Yeah.
Just by you exercising. So, for instance, Garmin Connect. So Garmin Connect is the app that goes on your phone. It shows you all that stuff. What your resting heart rate was, your stress heart rate was, your calories burned. Then you can kind of come up with a plan of, okay, I hiked for 3 hours. I went 4 miles.
Yeah.
And I burned 1,600 calories.
Yep.
Or I burned 500 calories. I burned 2,000 calories. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
Now you can start to give yourself an idea. Okay, I'm going on a hunt. I plan on hiking this far every day. This is what I'm going to burn. And it'll probably be a little bit more. Air's a little bit thinner.
Yep.
If you're out west, it's going to be steeper.
Yep.
A lot of elevation gain.
And also, especially this time of year, now that elk is opening up, it's hot.
Oh, yeah.
So now you're hiking, it could be 90 degrees. I know, like in Montana, it's smoking hot right now. It's 90 degrees. And, so if you're hiking in that, that's now you're adding that to the equation. So, yeah, it's...
And that's where those electrolytes that I talked about before come in.
Yes.
Because
now you're just sweating everything out.
Right. If you're putting it in, it's all coming out fast.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm forewarning you. It's a great supplement. The other one that I would look at is the Cliff Blocks.
Yep.
The Cliff Blocks is a gummy. That one's a little bit more doable.
Yeah.
The Mountain Ops one, it's a straight to mouth pack.
Okay.
Let me explain what lemon lime in this tastes like. You might as well just take a gallon, a jug of salt and dump it in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's kind of what it tastes like, but
that's, that's what it is. Sodium is what you need. Because that's what, you sweat out.
Sweat it all
sodium,
out.
So
that's it.
And then on top of all that, getting back to temperatures, out west, you have to worry about all your food.
Right.
Now, the amount of clothing that you've got to carry with you as well, because in the morning, it could be 38 degrees when you start, before the sun comes up. And by noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's 90 degrees. So you've got to take that into account. You need the entire, everything you own basically is what you need. So that's what makes it really difficult as well. And it changes, from Monday to Friday.
Right.
Monday it could be 90 degrees, and come Friday, you might be in 2 inches of snow.
Sure.
So there's so much that goes into it, and so much preparation when you're going to be, set up a spike camp, or,
Right.
when you're not coming off the mountain every night,
Right.
you really have to kind of focus on what you're doing, because you get into trouble quick.
Oh yeah. And that's
you don't do it
we'll have to pull it up, and we'll do another comparison. So a couple of years ago, Keith and I did a pack breakdown.
Yeah.
In an Excel spreadsheet with food and everything for a 10-day trip. And just, obviously keeping weight, weight's going to be your most important thing, especially if you don't have a base camp. If you're literally hiking the entire time, weight is huge.
Yeah.
If you have a spike camp, or not a base camp, now you kind of leave some stuff.
Yeah.
That you don't need every day.
Yeah.
So it lightens everything up for you. But I'll have to find the file on that and pull it back up, because we broke the food down by day, by calories, how much each package weighed, all that. And I think my pack with my bow was 66 pounds.
I was going to say it had to be over 50 pounds.
Yep.
Because
I want to say it was 66.
Yeah.
But that was no base camp. That was, spike camping every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm almost positive it was 66. But I have that file somewhere. I'll have to pull it. And we'll redo it, because that was a couple of years ago. And the whole reason we did it was because there was guys also in a group that I was looking through on Facebook. They were trying to be at certain weights, and then another big name out there in hunting world as far as web services had a huge breakdown posted, and it would have cost, I don't know how you could go on the hunt after the stuff they had on the list. The list was like 25 grand worth of equipment.
Yeah.
We had it at 8.
Wow.
And that was like still really good quality stuff.
Yeah.
It wasn't, stupid price stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll have to break that down again and do that and see where it's at. But
yeah. And now, speaking of being prepared, did you see the 2 archery guys that got attacked by the grizzly?
Yep.
In Idaho?
Yep.
So I guess Idaho just opened up.
Yeah.
Must have been opening day or something, because
it was opening weekend. So one of the guys that got attacked is friends with somebody that I'm friends with from the industry.
Oh, okay.
And they sent me the video.
Okay.
And it was opening weekend.
Yep.
And one guy did have to be life flattened out.
Yeah, the guy who with his arm.
Yeah,
right, he got bit.
Both of them had arm injuries.
Yeah,
but his, I guess, was obviously pretty bad.
Yeah. The one picture I saw, he had the tourniquet on.
Yep.
And it was a crazy picture. You could see he's sitting there with the tourniquet on his arm, and his arm was covered in blood. And you could see the dead grizzly, 15 yards away, piled. That was a big bear.
It was a big bear.
It was a big bear.
Yeah.
So, carry your sidearm.
And that's, I was trying to get more information, obviously without trying to step on toes and cross lines. I was trying to find out what they were carrying, but
I don't know.
I'm sure I'll find out. But
whatever it was, it worked.
Yeah, they smoked that bear up.
And to me, a lot of guys have a different opinion, but for me, it's a sidearm every time.
Oh yeah,
forget bear spray, because honestly, if they spray that bear, when the bear's on you like that bear,
it's already too close.
It's not doing a damn thing.
A black bear, we carry bear spray when we're backpacking up in the high peaks.
Yeah,
black bear, not grizzlies.
Yeah, black bear's not gonna.
Will they charge you? Maybe.
No, they're not gonna hunt you down like a grizzly.
No.
So and that's the biggest thing, is the surprise.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, for me, bear spray is at that point is useless.
Yeah, that's close. Yeah.
If they did not have their sidearms, they'd probably both be dead. So
100%.
Yeah.
And because the one guy that was kind of up and moving around, you could see the puncture wound that was in his arm.
Yeah.
But the other guy definitely had a tourniquet on, and the way the video scrolled, you really couldn't see the damage. You just knew it was bad because the tourniquet was on it.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing, all these guys, that don't take first aid stuff, serious first aid stuff.
Yeah.
So last year I went and I took my exams to be a wilderness first responder.
Yeah.
Like, I have a full-blown kit in my truck at all times.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of companies out there, and one of the biggest things to have, whether you're bow hunting or firearm hunting, is quick clot.
Yeah.
You know, they use it in the military for a reason. You rip the bag open, dump it onto the wound. It's going to stop the bleeding almost immediately.
Yeah.
To help preserve, because now if you've got a tourniquet on for too long, you can create more problems than you already had.
Yeah, no doubt.
So the ability to stop some of the bleeding, the heavy stuff, and then, okay, hey, I've had the quick clot on for, an hour. It's starting to bleed a little bit again.
Yeah.
Now put the tourniquet on. And I don't know how long it took them to get the helicopter up there. But, in that case, if he had quick clot and didn't have to put the tourniquet on until 5 minutes before, EMTs or whatever got there.
I'm sure it wasn't quick.
No, I can't imagine it was. It looked pretty remote where they were.
Yeah. And then now find a spot where you can land a helicopter.
Well, more than likely,
they dropped the line.
It was a buggy.
Yeah,
it was a buggy ride.
They drop a line to him because it's to try to land a friggin' helicopter on
and especially depending on the shape he was in. Obviously, you can hear he was hurting.
Yeah.
In the video, so the likeliness of him walking somewhere to get to a little bit of a clearing.
Yeah.
Slim to none. So they probably dropped the basket down.
Yeah. The other thing too is you got to go with somebody. You got to have a buddy with you.
Yeah.
Because if he was by himself, he'd be dead.
He's dead. Yeah.
There's no doubt. So it's not always easy, but it's really a smart idea to have a buddy with you at all times in a backcountry like that. In grizzly country.
Yeah.
And not here in Arizona or, New Mexico or Colorado.
It's slightly different.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
But
then the other thing too, and I'm sure that they used it or some sort of form of it, you don't have cell phone reception up there.
No.
It's impossible. So InReach, Zoleo, Spot On, any of those backcountry communicators.
Yes, satellite.
Satellite. Like InReach, we know because we use the InReaches, but literally it has one button for SOS. Boom.
Yeah.
You hit it, send your location.
Yeah.
Boom. Somebody's coming for you.
Yeah.
It's all there is to it.
Yep.
But it gives you the ability to, hey, honey, we're doing fine, or sending the text to your buddies, look at the freaking elk I just shot. It's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
But not having one of those in a place where there is 100%, no cell phone reception.
Yeah.
That InReach, like we use the InReach. The InReach works with our watches. It works with our phones.
Yeah.
And that's what picks up the signal. So you're texting technically off your phone, but it's being sent through InReach.
Right. So via satellite.
Yeah. Rather than worrying about cell phone towers.
Right.
But it also allows you to, Glenn was just up in the high peaks 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And because the group couldn't go, he wanted somebody, me, because I know the area, to know where they were just in case something happened.
Right.
So he would send me, text. And the second he would send me the text, it would pop up a little location button. And I could click on it, and it would literally show me right on the map where they were.
Oh, okay.
And that way, if they didn't move for a little while, like he tweaked his knee a little bit.
Yep.
So they didn't move from the one spot for a while. So I texted him back, and he got on the InReach, and he was like, no, we're just kind of resting and letting my knee, settle down a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he pinged me again so that I could see it when they got back to camp, and then they ended up packing that night and going out and getting a hotel because his knee was pretty swelled up. But
yeah.
That's the difference, having something that can save your life against some paperweight that's in your pocket at that point.
Yeah.
Because it has no reception.
And it truly is life and death.
Really?
People that have never done it, you can't really grasp it until you're in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but things can go sideways real quick.
Anything. And it doesn't have to be a grizzly attack. You could, slip on a scree pile and twist an ankle, break a leg or whatever.
Now you can't walk. Now what?
Now you're stuck.
Yeah, you're 6 miles in. Now you can't walk. You're not crawling 6 miles back.
No.
So, yeah, be prepared.
That's it. And it's go to even if you just went to the Red Cross and get your first aid, get a CPR class, just so you have an idea.
Yeah.
So that way, if you're with a group and something does happen, you have a little bit of knowledge that you can help the situation before, a true, EMT or hospital visit or something,
Yeah.
that can be done. Now, these guys obviously knew enough. They put a tourniquet on. But like I said, you literally, once the tourniquet's on, every 15 minutes, you have to kind of check.
Yeah.
Because if all of a sudden there's no pulse going to the extremity that is tourniqueted,
Yeah.
well, now you can have some problems when you get to the hospital.
Yeah, no doubt.
So that's key. But, so other than that, that was our big talk for this week.
Yeah.
But now that the season's coming in, we're going to have some special guests coming up. We have a couple, actually sent out emails this morning to a couple factories about jumping on.
Okay.
But maybe I can call Adventure Medical and see if I can get one of their guys on there.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Because Adventure Medical, they, if anything, probably make the best backcountry / hiking, hunting kits.
Yeah.
My medic, and the only reason I know this, my medic has a kind of personal infield kit.
Okay.
That does come with a tourniquet, that does come with Quick Clot. So that's when I fill up Quick Clot for all of our kits, I go through my medic normally.
Yeah.
But now Adventure Medical started carrying it, so it'll be a little bit easier to get it there.
Yeah.
But it stuff works wonders. Just rip it open with your mouth and dump it all over it. It's going to hurt like a bastard, but I'm telling you, it'll help.
Yeah.
But so until next week, we will try to be on Sunday after we get back from High Mountain.
Yeah.
And don't forget, the 9th, Doug mentioned it before because I forgot. Beer for Deer. It's Mule Deer Foundation Social, Voodoo Brewing down in Scranton. And we'll be down there having a few drinks and talking mule deer stuff.
Yeah.
So other than that, enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll talk to you next week.
See you.
Later.